Yeah, give me some. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Expensive.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Looking
That's
expensive.
why I travel so much. I can't be popping up looking like Wolfman, and then they're gonna believe me. You know what I'm saying?
You smooth. How long you know?
I'm looking into being a welder.
Come on.
Oh, but tell me, what's up? Tell me a little bit about welding. Tell me what got you into it and why you here.
You got all day?
I got all day.
Now, I was building cars.
Okay.
1990 Nissan 300ZX twin turbo. I wanted 650 horsepower out of the wheels. So I went to automotive school.
Yes.
Got me a car, took the motor out, took the transmission out, took the guts out, everything. I got to the part where I need to put the roll cage in my car. So my buddy goes, you need to TIG weld that. And I said, what's TIG welding? So I go to YouTube University and I see this dude just laying these down.
How long ago was this?
This was 13 years ago. So I'm like, I'm about to teach myself how to do that. I went up to the local technical college, signed up, got into welding.
How much time and how much money did that cost you? And then how did you pay for that?
It was free for me. I went through the worker retraining program at the college who paid my tuition and paid for my tools. So I didn't come out of college with no debt. I utilized the programs that was available for me.
Yes.
Got my degree.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Yep. How did you become aware of those programs? I'm gonna step a little bit closer to you with this one.
I became aware just looking it up. Welding programs near me. I need to learn to weld just my own research.
If you had to pay for it out of pocket, would that have been a barrier to you being able?
At the time, the good thing about it is with these programs, there's so many payment options available.
To be able to do that. So things are becoming more accessible. Back into it.
So I got the degree. I go out, and I'm thinking I'm about to make $1 million. They told me $17 an hour, and I told them this. I look in their face, and what I tell my students is this. What y'all need to realize is that these people need y'all just as much as you need this job.
Or more these days.
No longer a job interview. This is a business transaction.
You know what I tell the kids these days? You the birthday.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Yes.
It's not a fact that I'm begging you for a job or need. I got a skill you need. You got money I need. So let's talk business.
Yes.
So don't walk into it like an interview or you got to say yes to whatever these people is throwing at you.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, especially in welding, you can't find nobody off the street. You just come and weld. That is a
and stack dimes.
Skill.
Yeah. Okay.
And stack dimes.
So how long did it take you from that YouTube video to getting into a class to telling that person $17 ain't enough for me?
A year and a half.
Quick work.
A year and a half.
Quick work.
Quick work.
We can get in so much more negative things in a year and a half.
I'm gonna tell you this. Walk over to my whiteboard.
Come on.
So, in this welding industry, okay, I'm gonna put you on to some game. I'm gonna take it to the bank.
I'm gonna take it to the internet. That's what we.
I promise you, this check will always cash.
Yes.
So, you got welding. Okay, you gonna make 20 to, if you lucky, $28 an hour.
Okay.
Then you got your welder fitter. Now,
this is pipe fitting, correct?
It can be pipe fitting, it can be plate fitting. Basically, this person you can hand a blueprint to and walk away. Come back when the job's done. Now you're looking at now you got your journey welder plus your educator plus your CWI plus your CWE, which is me. Now,
the number just goes off the charts. Now, whatever you want to ask for, right?
Say to be continued.
Yes.
You know where I'm going.
100%.
So,
what's time in from to here? We know it's from nothing to here is about a year and a half. 18 to 24 months. So I like to say.
Year and a half here. Then I started knowing my worth. So I spent here about 5 years with the apprenticeship. Then, after that was done, the fishing boats went out. I was out of a job regardless of how good I was. If there work, so I said, okay, I'm tired of being laid off. I'm going into training. So this is how I got into training. I went from job to job, meeting with the executive, saying, what are you guys working on? I can teach your welders how to do that for a fraction of the cost. So I was doing my own company. So one of those companies by the name of Racket, they built submarines. They liked what I did with their...
Which is huge right now. BuiltSubmarines.com, Philly Builds Giants. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Maritime Industrial Base, my friends. Back into it.
So I was doing double plates. I was doing 40 by 50 plates over roofs. I was climbing down the manholes, overhead position. When I tell you I weld, you can put
so this
a piece of metal in front
and you knocking it down. So this is another thing, friend. Like, people sometimes hear about the trades, they hear about this type of progression that you can do. They hear a story like yours, and then they say, oh, it's going to be easy, right? But it sounds like you said you was digging in the trenches. You got to put your time in. While you putting your time in, you got to put your work in. But once you do those things, right, you can name your price. You can ask, you can go command. You can go knock on the door and they're going to open it and say, what do you have to hear and actually listen to you? Is that right?
Now, I'm going to tell you what speaks for you in this industry without even opening your mouth. And it's that certification card. Because I've interviewed a bunch of welders I've run shops, I've interviewed a bunch of welders that want to work for me. And they'll tell me, I've welded for 20, 30 years. I got all this experience. And then I put them on a job site and you can't weld a single. Yes. So with that being said, that certification card, if I'm looking over and I see all these certifications, that's all I need to know. Because somebody that's certified, that's seen the work. Know your name. Right. Run it up. Them certifications. Yes. Your money is on the back of either that AWS or WEBO. Okay. Certification. So in a lot of the United States, I know what this means. I know what these two mean. I have not heard of this yet. Can you tell me or tell the people that are watching, AWS is your American Welding Society certification. That is your worldwide certification. You get this certification, you can put your toolbox down wherever you want to. Job. Okay, this is not only a career elevator, a financial elevator, but it's a passport too. There you go. Okay. It's a passport too. Around here, around these parts. Okay. This is a more private Washington, Oregon, Idaho-based certification. Okay. You can't go outside of those places. Okay. That certification, but with this, you can go around anywhere around the world. Now, let me tell you the difference between these certifications. And if you stack these, and we're not restricted to just you, but this is how you get a bag doing both of these. Now, with this AWS, now I'm going to tell you the difference. AWS is the Holy Bible of welding. So any other WEBO or your local state, they plug off this. Okay. This is the same certification as this, so why not go here? Okay. Like that. So yes. Once you get to know and reading the codes and the requirements and the acceptance criteria, you realize that WEBO just took a couple of pages out of this and made their own code book. Yeah. To bypass that, you can have this and not be restricted to just over here, but do the same exact test around the world. Ah, that makes sense. Another thing that y'all need to remember for everybody that's watching, when you get in the welding industry and you start making all of this money, and it will be a lot of money, yeah. Please, what I teach my students, or what I try to teach my students, investing, saving, the importance of money management, because you got to think these kids are going to come out here 20 to 25, making $3,500 a week. Yes, this is one of the things that I push too. You know, if we take poor habits or poor mentalities and give them $20 an hour, $28, $35 an hour, they can still spend 36. You know what I'm saying? So here's your classic structure. Okay, you got $3,500. Okay, just say your bills is $2,000. That leaves you $1,500 for the week. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna plug that $1,000 away and you're gonna live off that $500 like you ain't got nothing every week. And then at the end of the year, when you forgot about this money, because your money's coming in every single week, so you really ain't got to think about that money that you stash away, because you know you got another 35 coming next Wednesday. Every week. Now, if you can't manage that every week, yeah, we need a different program. Yeah, absolutely. What's going on and what you doing? You need some financial classes and some, yes. But this right here is very obtainable in the welding industry, even coming out of school. It's all about your skill set and it's all about your mindset. Another thing that you need to learn, I don't care how good of a welder you are, if you cannot show up to my shop on time and know the level of respect in reference to authority at this place. I don't care if you run the most perfect beads I've ever seen in my life. If you showing up late, if you disrespect me, you're gone. And yes, that's how it is out there. So don't just learn how to weld, learn how to be a reliable worker. Yes. Learn how to be a trustworthy person. Learn how to have good work ethic, because people are going to open their arms to you for those reasons alone, which will advance your skills further. And this, right? People are going to start putting their neck out for you and start giving you jobs. Is that right? Call you. Yes. And I'm one thing listening to somebody that came from a silver spoon, came from a book. I came from
the mud. Yes.
I'm talking
Yeah.
one bedroom apartment with my mom and 6 siblings,
Come
2
on.
beds in one room.
Yeah.
To a Welding Program Director, CWI and CWE.
Come on.
So the technical college professor for the weekend program at Clover Valley Technical College.
Hey, listen, I know I have a suit right now, but I'm a machinist and I'd much rather be in this. But from a machinist, she almost made me want to be a welder. This is a real bag. This is a real pathway. This is a real story that could be yours as well. And then we got it all laid out in under 5 minutes, right? So if you can see the pathway, if you can see the person, you could be the same thing. I got to run and get some more, but we're not done with Martha. We're going to see her again, y'all.
Thank you.
No, man. Are you on LinkedIn?